this is a big difference with other plantations because I work completely organic. There were two big families that I discovered, and I still have photos of these, how they were all laying here. And this then I moved up to the first part. And that was, in fact, that was the start of the plantation. I will show you where I planted the first part, and then I show you where I planted the kids of the kids. So it's already 3, 4, 5 generations in fact. So I started putting all the aloes in this first part. This first part is still manual. I haven't put irrigation. And in the meantime, they have given 3, 4, 5 times kits. Now in February, they started to have all flowers. But in the meantime, you see that almost all the flowers are gone. Because last 2 weeks, most of them dried and there was wind. And then with the wind, they fertilized the plants. It was full of bees also, because the bees, they like it. The flowers, they consume a lot of energy from the plant. On the other hand, if you leave them, so you get a lot of bees, which are useful, but also you can use the flowers for tea or because they also have very good ingredients. Here you have 1 baby, 2 babies, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's possible. I think the maximum I had was 1 plant with 47. This was a little plant, and now after 3 years it's a big plant and it has had flowers, so it's ready to use. This one here was one of the mothers, so of the family that I took out. There were 2 big families. This was the biggest one. In the meantime, there are others which are as big or bigger, but this was the mother plant of one of the families. A baby, a little one. And in 3 years it will be the same size as this one. Because the roots are growing on the surface, not deep, it's possible to plant them here on a stony soil with only land with only maybe this part of soil or this part, so they stay on top. What they don't like, the aloes, is to with their feet, their roots stay in the wet. So you cut first this one, then this one, this one. So you cut from as close as possible to the soil. And maybe in 1 year you can cut 8 to 10 leaves per year. And in the meantime, there are new leaves growing here inside. And the bad leaves like this, the ones that are not useful, cannot be used for consumption, you can use them as mulch, so to protect the soil. If you use it for consumption, it lives maybe 10 to 15 years. Normally each plant needs 4 liters of water in the summer per week, and then in the winter, of course, it's less. I mean, bigger, so like these ones, they contain a lot of juice, so they are maybe 750 gram. And here you can see I don't feed them with any products. I use things that I find here on the the carob, and I use things like this, which is shit from the horses mixed with straw. Every year, like now, the herbs needs to be cut, or the trees are cut, and all this I collect in composts, and then I use that material to feed the plants together with water. So the little ones I put here, and now they all became big plants. You can keep the wheat a little bit, but still you have to control it, or you don't see the plants anymore. So I have a lot of work with taking out the wheat. They are the ones that they are much thinner, and you consume them, not only the gel, you consume the whole leaf for this kind of medicinal drink. This tree can be 2 to 3 meters. In the Fincaloe I have a few of these big trees, and they need to be 3, 4, 5 years before the leaves are really fully matured to use in the recipe. There is a tubing system coming from the big tank above. It starts with a very big tube, and from the big tube there are smaller tubes going down. And these dry tubes there, I put for each plant, I put a droplet, so it drops 4 liters in 1 hour. I made all the paths, all the terraces. It's a lot of work. In the summer, when it gets very dry, the wild pigs, they like to come here because here they will find more soft soil and maybe some insects in the soil. So from along the river they come, and they can destroy a lot of the plantation. They don't eat the plants, but they can destroy a lot of the irrigation system, a lot of the plants. So then in the evening, this blue lights from the dark, when it's dark, they start flashing. They came already here playing. This is one who has maybe 20 kids there. So this was the beginners. Then I started 1 generation, the 2nd generation, and then the 3rd generation I started on this part. This one already has kids, that one also. Yeah. So the next time I will take out all these kids and put them on the other plantation. You see how big the tree is? This tree can be 200 years old. It's very old. I harvested almost all the beans to use them as mulch, as feeding for the aloes. When they are brown, then they are ready. And here, even in the heavy summer, it's cool.